Welcome to Sauti Mzalendo, where we speak truth with purpose and power. Now, picture this: a government official standing before the church, not to defend, not to dismiss, but to ask for love. Yes, love. Deputy President Kindiki is making headlines, but not for the usual political fire. Instead, he is reaching out to the church, calling on religious leaders to criticize the government, but to do it with love.
Mimi nimefika hapa leo kuwaambia kwamba tunashukuru vile mnatuombea, and to say that is not to say that you must not correct us when we go astray. Please correct us. What we plead for is that you correct us in love. Yes, don't talk to us as if over and above the correction you have other issues.
In the midst of growing tension between the government and religious institutions, the Deputy President is extending something that sounds almost unusual in politics: an olive branch. Speaking at a recent event, Kindiki acknowledged that the government and church have not exactly been on the same page. But rather than pointing fingers or silencing critics, he urged pastors and priests to keep speaking up, just with a little more grace. According to him, criticism is necessary. In fact, he welcomes it. But the tone, the intention, the heart behind that criticism, he says, that matters just as much as the message itself. Kindiki warned that friction between the government and the church does more harm than good, especially when it spills over into the public arena. It sows division, he said, and chips away at the unity that Kenya so desperately needs right now. He painted a picture of a country where government and the church walk hand in hand, not to agree on everything, but to build together. In his words, let the church correct us, but do it with love, like a parent to a child, not to shame, but to guide. Now, let's pause and really think about that for a second. Is this a genuine invitation for accountability, or just a polite way of asking critics to tone it down? On one side, this could be a positive shift, a recognition that leaders do need feedback, and the church has always played a major role in speaking truth to power. But on the flip side, how do you define loving criticism in a nation where poverty, corruption, and injustice still scream louder than sermons? Should the church speak softly when Kenyans are crying out? Or does love sometimes have to roar? And let's not forget, many times in Kenya's history, it's been the church that dared to challenge the status quo. From the fight for multi-party democracy to standing up during post-election chaos, religious leaders have been the moral compass. Sometimes their voices weren't soft, but they were needed. So when the DP says, criticize with love, is he asking for cooperation or caution? Here's what I think. Yes, there's wisdom in speaking with love. Nobody wants shouting matches between the pulpit and parliament. But let's not forget, truth itself is love. And sometimes love is bold, love confronts, love warns, love doesn't always whisper. So if the government truly welcomes criticism, it shouldn't worry about the volume, just the value. And the church keeps speaking with love, yes, but with fire when fire is needed. That's the pulse of the nation. And this is Sauti Mzalendo, where the people speak and leaders listen. Back to you.